Hey everyone, and welcome to my review of the films I saw at the New York Film Festival. I was going to talk about them all in depth, sort of, in an episode of the Film the Right Thing podcast, but there's a lot of moving parts that go into doing a podcast when two people don't live in the same state. So, yeah. At Eternity's Gate is the latest film from Julian Schnabel, who directed one of the best movies I have ever seen in my life, The Diving Bell and the Butterfly. Since that is the case, At Eternity's Gate was my most anticipated film at the New York Film Festival, and this film sure did disappoint. It's a biopic about the final years of Vincent van Gogh with Willem Dafoe playing Van Gogh. On paper, that sounds great, but this film has the style of Tree of Life without the substance. It's incredibly boring, and it was a slog to get through. I think that's because there isn't a real antagonist that has a presence in the film. It's just him trying to paint and shit. You could say the antagonist would be him preventing himself from creating a masterpiece or something, but that's not in this film at all. It's Van Gogh walking, painting, yelling at children, and more walking, painting, and narration. Even if it did have a presence in the film, it would be so abstract that you really wouldn't be able to feel the presence of not being able to think of something. I don't know. It's honestly disappointing, and I'm giving At Eternity's Gate a 5 out of 10. Cold War is the latest film from Powell Pawlikowski, the director of Ida, which I really liked. Is it Ida? Ida? I don't know. Whatever. It's this one. And this film won Best Directing at the Cannes Film Festival. But Cold War is no Ida, unfortunately. The best way I can describe it is a art house La La Land in terms of its plot, but like At Eternity's Gate, it feels anemic because there isn't a whole lot going on. They love each other and things get in the way, but it doesn't add anything new to the table. The compositional choices in this film are pretty much the same as Ida, but not as effective because for the most part there isn't anything motivating it besides Pawlikowski wanting it. Anyway, the performances are really good. The female lead reminds me of Gina Rollins a lot, and she's the highlight of this film for sure. And I'm giving Cold War a 6 out of 10. Shoplifters is the latest film from Hirokazu Koreeda? I tried. Leave me alone, I tried. This is the first film I've seen from him, and watching this made me want to watch more of his films. Shoplifters actually won the Palme d'Or at Cannes, which is probably the most prestigious award in the film industry. The fact that it won the Palme d'Or is pretty much the main reason why I wanted to watch it, and it kind of lived up to the hype. Koreeda seems to be influenced by Yasujiro Ozu in terms of the content of his films and the way this particular film is executed. The first half of the film is fucking great, and the second half kind of becomes predictable, and that kind of annoyed me, just because I loved how unconventional the first half was. The performances were great, the characters were memorable, I shed a couple tears, I would definitely watch it again, and I'm giving Shoplifters a 7 out of 10. The Favorite is the latest film from one of the best directors in the world working today, Yorgos Lanthimos. Fucking love Dogtooth. Alps was okay. The Lobster was really good, and The Killing of a Sacred Deer was fucked up. The Favorite is his most accessible film in terms of watchability, and it will probably be his most celebrated film because of that, which is kind of disappointing. But this film is not disappointing in the slightest. I have seen this film twice now, and I love it. I got introduced to the amazing Olivia Colman. Rachel Weisz and Emma Stone give career best performances. Like all of his other films, it juggles with so many tones, but Lanthimos is able to balance them to a point where each tonal shift is seamless. The usage of wide lenses, fisheye lenses, and long telephoto lenses really emphasizes the absurdity of the story, performances, tone shifts, basically everything. And the end of the movie is probably one of my favorite endings of 2018 so far, and I'm giving The Favorite a 9 out of 10. Going into Roma, the latest film by Alfonso Cuarón, I was kinda trepidatious, to say the least. I almost didn't buy a ticket because I'm not really a big fan of Alfonso Cuarón. Y Tu Mama Tambien is okay. Prisoner of Azkaban is fine. I haven't seen Children of Men yet, don't judge me. I've seen shit you haven't seen, so leave me alone. And Gravity was super just fine. So for those reasons, I thought I would be disappointed by Roma. Instead, Roma became my favorite film of the year. This film is genuinely a masterpiece. Everything about this film is so fucking meticulous and well communicated to the audience that it would be hard to deny its greatness. I really don't want to say anything more than that because I really want you to experience it for yourself. Maybe I'll do an analysis of it in the future, I don't know. When the film was over at the New York Film Festival, there was not a dry eye in the house. And I'm giving Roma a 9 out of 10. I could see myself giving it a 10 in the future, but for now it's a 9. I would recommend watching this when you're in the mood to watch it because it's not exactly the most fast-paced film of the year, but it's definitely not boring if you're actually paying attention to what the characters are doing and what's going on and the choreography and everything. It's just so much going on. I love it. It's also a Netflix original film, so if you're watching this after December 14th, please see it. Please. With your phone off, preferably. Thanks. Okay, bye.